Okay, guys, we are going to move over to table one, the mainstream table, very shortly. It'll be Amar Kang versus Frank Robutz. You're currently watching a little bit of Ernesto Dominguez play Mark Whitehead, and we're going to have updated brackets very soon. So please enjoy this match between Amar Kang and Frank Robutz coming right up. Also, Phil Knight will be joining us for a little bit of commentary. I'm going to step away briefly, and we'll be back with you. Enjoy the show.
Big Frank. He's not big anymore. All right, I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys when it comes on. All right, bye.
So Phil, if you're gonna sit over on this side in the middle. Geraldine's gonna sit here. I'm gonna step away for about 5 minutes.
Take all the time you want. I know you guys need a break.
No, I have other work, so.
The staplers and stuff, and it's in here. Take that one.
Yeah, so we're recording right now, so the mic is hot. You're good.
I want to give a little shout out to all the friends there in Tulsa that are watching it, Don and Carol, and maybe Chief and a couple of people. Frank Robutz is going to be playing Omar. He's a pro going to 9. Frank Robutz is going to 7. And this should be a good match. Frank's game has really improved. He's lost a lot of weight, about 150 pounds. He's only half a man that he used to be. When a lot of you out there might recognize him, and when he played in Phoenix, he weighed about 400 pounds. They called him the Tank. But some of you probably won't even recognize him now. But he's playing Omar's pro going to 9, and Frank goes to 7. This should be a good match. We're playing on the diamond table, table number 1. They've been having some problems with it. The bank's a little different, the pockets are a little different than you'd have with a Gold Crown and some of the other pockets. We just saw a match with Johnny King and Geronimo. It went hill, and Geronimo Kane missed a pretty easy shot in the side pocket, and Geronimo made a great bank in the corner pocket to end the match, hill. One of the premier matches was early with a guy named Bo from Cincinnati. He lives in California now. And him and Larry Bond, a local standout from Hard Times, ended up going hill. Larry got a tough shot on the ball with 3 balls left to go. And just couldn't get his hands fixed right on the rail, ended up missing the shot and selling out. Bo is probably one of the heavy favorites to win this, and it did go hill. You recognize Frank? Mm-hmm. He used to be called the Tank over in Arizona. He weighed about 400 pounds.
Really?
And he's lost 150 pounds. They used to stream it over there all the time, and his nickname was the Tank. He was just telling a lot of people that from Arizona were from could recognize him, or may not recognize him because he looks totally different. But he used to be at one time he was a top player. Somebody out there had a question what happened to Bowl. He played Larry Bond in his earlier match. They went hill. Larry had an easy out, could get his hand fixed right on the rail, missed the shot. Bowl got out, beat him. It went hill. That game went hill. Bowl was probably one of the favorites in the tournament to win it. And it was a close match. Somebody out there was asking who won the Geronimo Kane match. It went hill. Kane missed a shot in the side. It was a pretty easy shot, but he missed it. Got safe, and Geronimo made a tough bank in the end pocket. The ball was just laying a little bit past the side hole, and he just fired it in. somebody out there is asking if Bo's still on the winners. He is on the winner's side. Great shot. This is a key shot here. It gets on the 5. It's all over.
What's Frank's last name?
Robutz, R-O-B-U-T-Z.
R-O-B-U-T-Z.
This is a great format. They're playing alternate break. That way, they're playing with a special rack where they kind of soft rack them and able to make a ball most of the time. It'd be a real advantage to the person that wins the first game to stay at the table and maybe put some racks together. So they're doing what's fair for everybody. They're alternating the break. It gives some of the weaker players a better chance to win against some of the pros. This is a handicap tournament. It's really a great tournament. Put on to have a handicap tournament, a fair way to do it, to play against the pros, at the same time have a little bit of fun. This is a new tour put on by West State out here in California. A lot of you through the Midwest that go to Olathe and Magoo's and Tulsa and Oklahoma City, it'd be worth your while to come out here to one of these tournaments. They always have a large turnout. They do 2,000 added. They have the pros. It's not a true handicap. The pros go to 9. Amateurs go to 7, so they don't have to overcome all of the big handicap system. This would be perfect for Domino Don from Tulsa to be out here playing in this. You would really like it. You might want to put it on one of your stops, Don, if you're out playing the domino circuit or doing interviews for your new domino book. You might take the time to come out here this West Coast, West State Tour stop and enter the tournament.
Jason Ferroni and Bo Runningen from table 5. Jason and Bo from table 5. Bo races to 8, Jason to 7. Please come get your rack.
You ready?
No, you're all right. We have $7. Be right back.
It's real easy. We know we have 15 of these guys.
Wow, they've been doing that all day. They've been having trouble with this diamond. They've been missing those shots. I guess most people are familiar out here on the West Coast playing on gold crowns. But there's been several good matches on this table today, and they're all having problems with some of those shots, hard shots into the pocket. Is Frank going to gamble here or go for the safety? He tried a two-way shot. Might not have been the best selection.
About the same size.
See, that's the same shot he missed a while ago. This diamond table is giving him fits. I played the match last night. little friendly wagering match and had trouble with it all night long. Have you ever seen the pros miss that many times? Wow, that was a big game. Omar would have been up 2-0. He has to go to 9. Frank the Tank has to go to 7. That evens the game up now in his spot. Puts Frank ahead. As I said, it's been alternate shots. So Omar, even though Frank won the game, Omar will break now.
1-1.
It's 1-1, but Frank gets 2 games, I think.
2 games or 1 game?
He gets 2. Omar goes to 9, Frank goes to 7.
So it's 3-1.
It's 3-1 right now.
Thank you.
It's a lot to keep up with because everybody's different handicaps. I was making some bets earlier and didn't realize that one giving up 2 games and I was betting even and wasn't very smart of me. Of course, I never claimed to be very smart. This is a tough rack right here. The 4 rows, almost rows on the rail. 6 is blocking it in one corner, the 8's blocking it in the other corner. The key to this rack is to get on the 4 ball. It's a good option for the bank or the combination.
Let me get you a straw. All right, back. How you doing, Phil?
Well, pretty good. I don't know if you've noticed today. I played on this table last night. All of these pros have been having problems with this table today. And even all the top players haven't been running out. We're having a hard time adjusting. It's a great table, but the cut on the rails is not on the rails, but the table itself. It's beveled up towards the top, and if you don't shoot down on the ball, you come across over the top of the ball off the rail. Did you know that Frank was called the Tank when he played over in Arizona?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I was telling some people he was only half the man he is now. He's half the man he was then. Anyway, he weighed about 400 pounds, and they called him the Tank. He had quite a following over in Arizona when they were streaming that. He had an operation, lost a lot of weight, so break his back. He used to be a good player.
Oh, nice shot there to tie Amar up. Boy, he put the handcuffs on him there, didn't he?
Yeah. Frank's a little bulldog. He he's playing a pro. Omar's not going to give up for sure.
Yeah, I would imagine Frank is probably playing as a 7. Is that correct?
Playing a 7, and Omar's playing as a 9.
And it looks like Frank won one game, so he has already 3-1 on Amar.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
I'm sitting here with Phil Knight, and he goes way back with a lot of the players on the West Coast. Good one-pocket player.
I wouldn't say that after the meeting I took last night.
We all still take a beating, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Alfred M. and Chris Cruz on table 7. Alfred
This is a great
and Chris
room,
Cruz,
man.
table 7. Even
This
race
is a great
7.
tour stop.
Come get your act.
Some of our people that go to Lathan and the Midwest and all that, it'd be worth a trip to play a couple of these stops out here with the West State Tour.
Well, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he can go 2 rails.
Wow,
He hit the 8, but look at that. Wow. 4 ball's going to go in, but he hit the 8. He put reverse on that shot.
Yeah, that was a...
He put reverse because the spin that he needed would hopefully take place on the second rail.
I think he was, Daniel. I think you're right there. He was going 2 rails out. Just caught a little bit of the 8. Sometimes you do that when you're close to a dark ball like that. You don't see the edge of it. Here's the key, though. Brink gets on the 6. He should be out.
For those of you who are curious, the payouts are posted.
All right.
They're posted, $1,500 for first.
$1,500 for first place in this event. Every one of the Mezz events are $2,000 added. And we had 82 players today. Pretty good turnout, huh?
Can you imagine up here in Fresno to have that kind of turnout? This is going to be a really popular tour stop. What they put together here is fair to everybody. It's not handicapped where you have to give the world away, but it gives some of the non-pros a chance to win.
Question by Dougie Fresh in the chat room. No, Sal Butera is not here. Wow, what do you do here, Phil? You go for this?
Well, I think you're going to play safe, don't you, Dan? I know you would. You're going to bounce it out and try to get the cue ball on the 8.
Use the 9 ball or the 8 ball.
There's a blocker. Well,
He went for it. He proved he turned us both into liars.
Daniel, we have the advantage of, I've been watching several games all this, and Geronimo and Johnny Kane and all those guys have been having trouble with this table on these tough shots. And I think had he had the advantage of watching some of these matches, he would have shot that shot.
I haven't looked at it. But now they have the payouts, so I'll have to know one of the payouts anyway. We'll just do it. Briefly. Casual stuff, nothing. Long bridge.
Yeah, he put the extension on it. There's extra pressure when you put that extension. You take the time, you put it on, everybody's looking, you go through all of the time and then miss the shot. We've all done it, and it's just extra pressure.
Yeah.
Now Yeah, he's leaving the extension on for this shot. Maybe he thinks he's Earl Strickland with that extra long cue.
Yeah, exactly.
It works.
Javelin.
For Earl. It works for Earl, don't it?
Wow.
He jumped on that ball.
19, Reese Denstrud and Arturo Rivera. Table 19. Arturo goes to 8.
A little 4-1, Daniel. Looks like this amateur has a chance to win this match.
Well, it's like you said, you know, all the strong amateurs have a chance.
This is a great format. I think it'll be, this format's going to be popular and more people playing it. We have a lot of local players that are here, Daniel. I don't know if you noticed, I talked to some of them last night, and they're all excited about it. Promote pool and have some action here. Great lady that owns this place. Really goes out of our way to be friendly and remembers everybody's name. You got a couple hundred people here, and she remembers all their names. Real gift. Well, we got the tank back on, breaking, leading 4-1. Virtual Pool, they're one of your sponsors?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh, man. You know,
Do you play that
I
at home?
just got introduced to it a couple of weeks ago.
Did you really?
Yeah, Steve that has that one over, Frank the Barber, and was showing him, and we got on the computer with it, and man, it's a lot of fun.
It's a pretty realistic game, isn't it?
It is a realistic game. Now they're coming out with kind of like a virtual...
An online version.
a virtual golf.
Do you have another plate? Hello? Do you have another plate? Yeah.
I think somebody stole his idea. Now they're coming out with virtual golf, but I mean, to go on the computer and be able to play pool, it's real realistic. You got to be able to aim it. You got to hit it with speed. It'll help your game.
Yeah, they have an online version. You can play tournaments all day. It's great.
It's a great idea. It's great for pool. If you got bored, sit around and just don't want to get out of the house and play some pool, that's a great site to go to.
If I'm not careful, I'm going to have to start competing for airtime against virtual pool.
There you go.
All right, so
Yeah, well, we got POVPOOL. All you guys out there in Oklahoma that I told about it. I got a few calls today. A little shout out to you guys, Domino Don and Carol and Chief and all the guys down at Magoo's. Called me and
absolutely.
asked about it, and they said, man, I love that they, it's a really good thing you do for them, Daniel. They don't have to pay anything for it. They get to watch pool. It promotes pool. But all you guys there in Tulsa that are watching, my friends, I don't want to embarrass Daniel by saying that, but it's okay if you send a little donation or something in, and it'll keep it where we can always watch it. He's at hard times a lot of times, and I have things to do and don't want to go down there. I can go on POVPOOL and watch it, and it's all free.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Glad you
Daniel,
enjoy
it's
it,
good.
you know.
I do.
One of the things that I particularly enjoy is having guests like you, you know, people who are from the billiard community that love the game, that are able to share some knowledge. In fact, I look forward to doing some One Pocket events with you sometime in the future, because you really like One Pocket as well.
Yeah, well, I love it. I'd love to watch some of those matches. This is great here because I've got a great seat and able to watch the action. I can see the screen with a 2 and 3 different camera angles, and sure adds to it. You're getting the benefit of at home without somebody walking in front of you and blocking your view. Speaking of one pocket, Daniel, I was talking to some of the pool players. I talked to a lot of them. I've been around in a lot of tournaments and have traveled all over the United States and know a lot of different people. And they're telling me all the way back from Ohio down to south to Florida and all of that, pool is increasing in one pocket. It's growing.
I think one pocket is picking up, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gaining a little traction. Looks like that cue ball's frozen to the 6.
He's got a tough. Even if he kicks it, he's liable to scratch. This is where Ephraim Reyes knows the table, man. He'll figure the diamond system out and kick it and be able to hit this ball. I think he has to one rail this ball if he can reach over the top of it and kick it. I don't like where he's going looking here. He could hit the 3, he could scratch on it if he kicks one rail at it, but if he hits it, he's going to slide behind the 8. He'll either make it. A lot of good things could happen to him if he one rails and hits this ball. It could go down and
yeah, I like what you're saying because you know, if he hits it thin.
He's got a 4 as a blocker.
Yeah,
he's got the 9 as cover, but he's not going that way, folks. But this is the tank. He knows some things. See, very low percentage you hit that ball getting saved. If you kick and hit it, good chance the 9's going to be a blocker or the 4 is going to be a blocker. He had a great idea there, but even if he hit the ball, he's probably going to sell out.
That's nice to see Amar Kang back into the fold. I got a chance to see him in San Francisco last time I was at the Cole Dixon Memorial, and he didn't do too well, so he was the defending champion for that event. He won it in 2013. And he's recently married about 9-10 months, maybe a year ago now. Got married, and
well, that'll take up some of your time.
I spoke to him this morning. He said he just got a pool table at home. So,
well, a pool table at home's a good idea. You practice and be there, and your wife knows where you're at. But when he was in stroke, he played as good as anyone, really. I've watched him in several matches over in Arizona. He's a top player. He's not done here. He'll make a showing.
good shot.
He was. He kind of killed that ball.
Yeah, he killed it. And careful.
It's over, folks.
Careful, or you might end up banking that ball.
Your spot here? You're good. Sherry was going to bring up another.
Look at that. Look at that, Daniel. We've all been having trouble with this table. And
Man.
You hit a little bit of rail, it hangs up.
Wow.
I was making excuses last night, whining like a baby when I was getting beat on.
Yeah, but you're not the only one. You're
now
not the only
I'm
one.
not the only guy that's having trouble with that.
That's going to put Frank at 5 games to 1.
Wow, that was a big game. Players, Daniel, I know you've been watching it. They've been having trouble with this table all day long. Take this table. I guess they'll have the finals here, won't they, on this table?
Yes, this will be the main feature table for the final match.
Man, I can't wait to see that. I come all the way up from LA to see this. It took me about 4 hours to get here yesterday. And I just love pool. Love to watch it. Glad to see that there's been this kind of a turnout. The place is packed. Wow, look at this.
In the drink.
Oh, he's staying
No,
up.
almost,
Staying
almost,
up.
yeah.
He's got deep pockets on it, Daniel. I don't know if you looked at it, but
Oh yeah, the shelf is deep.
his shelf is
Even the
deep.
cue ball's not going in.
This makes this exciting pool because you don't know what's going to happen when they shoot these balls on this table. Oh, look at this.
He pushed out.
Wow, I wouldn't want to have this shot. But it's hard to give up to a champion and let them shoot it. You know, you may not make it, but they're pretty sure he can. What would you do, Daniel? Would you shoot it or pass on this?
Well, I might play a safety. I might come up here and.
Frank's really aggressive. He's got a big ego and he's really aggressive. I think he'll go for it, knowing Frank.
He's gonna give it back.
He decided to give it. It's a tough shot. Even if it make it, you don't have to have position.
All the way inside.
And that's the shot I would have played.
Right,
That's the
you're
shot
right,
I would have played.
38.
See, Frank didn't see that.
Lost money.
Frank will see some of those Frank safe shots like that. He's not a one-pocket
6 or
player.
7 cues, but
You play in one pocket, recognized it right away. I didn't see it, and I play a lot of one
got a
pocket.
little slow. He had that one paid off, and I wanted
Actually, I recognize that shot mostly from watching snooker. 'Cause I watch a lot of snooker, and that's a very, very common safety snooker
I
shot.
met a guy here yesterday and today. He's sitting over there now, and you talked to him yesterday. He used to play a lot of snooker, and he ran 100 and some points on a 6x12 one time out here. Somewhere we have a 6x12 out in this area. That just seems unreal, don't it? See what he's doing? He come over the top of that ball when you.
Did he miss cue as well?
Well, see these tables? See this table? It's beveled. It's beveled up. You got your hand
Yeah.
on the table, and it's lower, and then right before it gets to the felt, it's high. So when you put your hand on it and you shoot it, the cue ball comes straight over the top. I scratched at least 15 times yesterday that very same shot.
And there you go again, Phil. It's just like you said, these pockets are not
You got to hit 'em
accepting the
perfect.
balls very easily.
Great table. I love it. I played on it, but you can't take it lightly. It's not like some of the other tables they have here. Frank did exactly what we were talking about it this morning at breakfast. I said, you know, I'll come over the top of the hole. He said, oh, that came down. I said, well, you got to practice on that table. He just did what we were talking about. See the outside edge, how low it is, Daniel? And then it's beveled up.
Yeah.
When you put your hand on it, and then you shoot, you come over the top of the ball. Your hand's up here, over
Yeah.
here, but the fingers are high.
the second one was with
I rest my case.
The second was with Tony, right? Okay, and the second one was
You got to hit this with some power to throw the ball so he don't follow it in. He's almost straight in.
I think he's going to slow roll this. I don't know if he's going to force this. Yeah,
he
he
has to
forced it.
force it.
I didn't like the shot because are you seeing how hard it is to cheat the pockets on
You
this
can't cheat
table?
the pockets on this table. You got a better chance of cheating the IRS than cheating this table. You know that's not easy.
Them's big words.
You don't want to be cheating on the IRS and have them catch it. Wow.
say all that.
You think I come to the end rail here?
No, I didn't say
Try to backdoor 2 rails.
I didn't say
Maybe your cue ball will slide on down by the 8.
Buddy, I have to say, you did treat me well when I went up.
Make sure you hit this shot because the 4 is playing so tough position. You got to get perfect shape on it. There you go. Just what
Nice
I said.
kick.
Yeah, the cue ball slide down by the 8.
And I think he's going to get safe.
He's going to get lucky. Lightning in a jug, they used to call that in the Midwest.
Well, it's a pretty easy escape here for Amar, but, you know, a player like him wants to somehow make this a productive escape.
Yeah. I don't know what he can do here, Daniel. Can you see? Can he come behind it, or does he have to kick it easy and just keep it locked up?
I think he can come behind it, but the challenge here is to kick safe somehow. That's what you want to do.
I might just hand him the ball here. Take an option to get in a better shot because
You know, you could roll the 8 up even closer.
yeah, because if he takes cue ball in hand and tries to bank the 2 ball, the 4's in a tough spot.
Make him engage in something, you know.
It's like playing blackjack. That dealer has advantage because you have to act first. Make him act.
He might come across the 5 here. No, he didn't hit the 5.
He act first, and there you go.
And I guess the only saving grace here is that Frank is on the rail now.
Yeah. You get ready to take over, I'll get out of your way.
No, I don't commentate.
You may be complaining on there about me. I talk
No,
too
they're
much,
not.
I think.
Puts a little pressure on Frank.
Sure is. I mean, this is a big game for him right here. Frank's a bulldog. Watch him bear down. He will bear down.
I dropped that. I hit it again.
He's got to come short
I hit it again.
of this side pocket and get a little angle on the 4, but the main thing is to make it.
Kenny Koo and Ray Moran, table 14. Kenny Koo and Ray Moran, table 14. Even race to 7. Please come get your rack.
You still got the other one? Didn't you have like a break tool? Yeah.
Wow, what a shot. Well, first things first. There you are. Now what do you do?
Pretty much exactly.
Oh, there's Frank. You got him on there playing the guitar. You know, he just won a contest, Daniel, for songwriting. They're going to record one of his songs.
That's great.
Yeah, he's doing one about pool too. It's got Calvin and a lot of different people in it. He put a lot of people in his song.
Yeah, it's easy to do once you start doing
He brought his guitar with him, by the way. When he loses, he entertains people by playing a couple of songs.
That's one reason why I always love going to Hard Times in Sacramento. Is to see some of those guys. Robert Aldana is another one, and they love to play and sing and just have a good time with the music.
Frank's got a lot of talent. And, I call him a great player for a working guy. He's a working guy. I classify people as pool players that do it for a living, and then I give a lot of praise for the guy that has really developed their game. And being a working guy and a family man at the same time, it's tough to compete with people that are out there doing it on a daily basis, and you're working and having a family and still being able to compete. Hey, come up on that ball. See, when he was 400 pounds, Daniel, he couldn't have jumped on that shot. He played better.
The
A little
tank.
humor out there. He said you showed him last time at doing some of that music. He had a little more weight on now. All Oh, look at this. Oh, my gosh, dang. Did you see that? What a kick, and almost made it.
Wow.
You know what? I think I'm aggressive here. If he makes this 5 good shape on the 6, he'll win this match. This is key. I'm not gamble here as good as he's playing. Because if he makes it, he will have shape and be able to get out. But I gamble too much. That's why I'm here talking and not playing.
I was surprised you didn't want to play this event.
I was going to play it, Daniel, but I played a guy here in one pocket last night, a guy named Chris.
Yeah.
Real gentleman to play with.
Is he playing this? He's got to be in this.
He got tired. He was going to play in it too, but he's telling me he come in late. Yeah, I see him over there now.
So he's settled. He is
But
playing.
we played till 2 o'clock, Daniel.
Oh yeah, he is playing this event. Yeah.
But you were here setting up.
Yeah, I know. I was
Then
here
you
till
showed up early.
3:30 in the
How do
morning.
you do it? How do you guys do it?
I have a twin brother.
Yeah, you must have. Because I left at 2 o'clock and you were still here setting up.
Yeah.
Is he going to get behind this ball? Did he block him with the 6?
That there you're watching is Frank Robutz, and Frank was playing guitar about 1.5 years ago, and I took this video of him playing guitar. That's him there playing guitar. An old video from POVPOOL.
Yeah.
And you can immediately see the difference. He's lost over 100 pounds.
He's lost over 150.
Boy, that is something.
You know, a lot of people don't remember
What a shot. Oh,
Frank was several years ago. It's been about over 15 years ago. I took him on a road trip. I had a motorhome, and we went down into Florida. And he was playing great pool. He won the Hard Times tournament. The guy, he lost a flip. The guy broke. He didn't run out. Frank run out and run out 6 more racks to end the session. He ran basically 7 racks and out to win that tournament on Sunday.
no kidding.
He was quite a player. He beat everybody that we played all the way down into Florida, and he played Dave Grossman, who at that time we didn't know him, but had been beating Buddy Hall on that Florida tour. They put up the money. Grossman won the flip, raised to 6, and Frank never got a shot.
Wow.
He run out.
And those were the good old days, right? I
Oh,
bet they were
those
playing
were the
for a
good
lot
old
more back then, too.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of money around pool then. There was a lot of action. You had people out there like Mark Vitor and
Uh-huh.
Cooney and all of those guys run around. And Mark was staking people, and I was staking people, and we had a lot of action. $1,000 games, $2,000 games, sets 20,000, 40,000. Vitor was good for pool.
Did that ball go in? I think he titty hooked himself.
I think he did too. He may be able to hit the outside of it. I don't know though.
Yeah, but I don't think this ball is makeable in a makeable position. I could be wrong.
Daniel, you may be too young, and maybe you were there. You've been around pool quite a bit. We were talking earlier about Richie Florence and Ronnie Allen. And,
Oh, yeah.
And all those guys played at the original place on off of Lander and Bellflower Boulevard. It was games all night, all day. Keith was playing there, payball games, $50 to $100, $200 a point sometimes. Burton, Harry the Horse, Cole Dixon was just coming out there.
Yeah.
Man, what I miss Cole too.
Yeah. Yeah, we're already, we just had our second annual Cole Dixon tournament. Second. Time flies, doesn't it?
I tell you, I was fortunate enough to be there when first Cole Dixon come on the scene and played down there at Vern Peterson's place on Bellflower Boulevard. But
yeah, he was hooked.
he had such a good heart on him. He would win money because he was winning all the money anyway. But if there was an elderly gentleman sitting there and had been rooting for him, he'd go over and give him a couple hundred.
Right.
Didn't even know.
Yeah.
He spread that money around pretty good.
Yeah,
He was good action and good for pool.
What's that old saying? Everybody eats.
Yeah, everybody eats.
Everybody eats. Won the lottery today. Everybody eats. And speaking of eating, I just want to invite you guys. Come on down to Diamond Billiards in Fresno. They've got a sports menu here. You can grab a burger, some fries, nachos, teriyaki bowls. They got beer and drinks here. It's air conditioned. We got lots of spectators. And
there's no cover charge.
And there's no cover charge.
If you're
Come
out
here.
there and you're, driving distance to this place, get down here and see it. It is something.
No cover charge to see some of these guys play. I tell you what,
I couldn't believe it, Daniel, when I walked in there. It wasn't a cover charge. A lot of places.
A lot of places are doing that now, aren't they?
For this entertainment.
Yeah, it's true.
And they're nice enough here to just let us walk in the door and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, so come on down to Diamond Billiards in Fresno on Blackstone Avenue.
Is Kamui Tip still one of your sponsors?
Yeah, I work with Kamui.
What do you think about that new
Clear?
Clear.
I think it's a great thing.
Frank the barber said, man,
it's
it's the
good.
greatest. He had an extra one. He said, I've been kind of getting some tips from him trying to play one pocket, and he said, you got to try it. So he's going to give me one. I'll go over next week and
Ramin and John Nicoli.
get it and have it put on. So I want to try it.
John Nicoli, table 12. Ramin goes to 8.
It's a good thing, and it's the clear layer prevents the glue from oxidizing on your leather, so there's
Well,
more consistency in the
The main thing for me, all
in
the
the
advertisements, all you
grade
want
of
to
the
say,
leather itself.
But you get an old-time player that's been around as long as Frank the barber has, and he tells me,
And he
"Bill,
tells you something,
you
yeah.
need it. I'm
Yeah.
going to give this to you.
There you go.
You need to put it on."
Yeah.
Forget about the commercials. Frank knows what he's talking about. And all of you out there probably remember Frank the barber for years. He's been around, was a top player, or a working guy again.
That's
And,
right.
If he tells me to do it, I'm going to do it. Next week I'll have me a clear Kamui Tip.
Well, this looks like Amar's game. And that'll give him his second game.
I'm playing with their tip now, the black soft.
Uh-huh.
I really like the feel of it. You got a good response. Kind of like golf. If you play with a hard ball or you play with one of the top-of-the-line Titleist, when you put that Titleist, you feel it. It feels good coming off your putter. When you play one of those cheap hard balls, it's a clump to it. You don't have any feel to it. A lot of you golfers out there are going to relate to this. When you use that Kamui tip, you feel it. There's a response. There's a feedback. When you play with some of these tips today, there's no feedback. But you just get a feel for it. I'm all excited about getting my new tip.
Well, that's sometimes a deciding factor for any product that any player uses is really how does it feel for them, right?
Oh, you get a feedback for it, and I play a lot of golf, so I relate to that. Yeah, for the Titleist, I might pay $10 to $12 more a dozen for them than you would the hard ball, but you get a feedback, you play better, you have it, and they last longer. I've had this Kamui tip I got on mine, Daniel. I've had it, and I play a lot with it. I've had it on for 6 months and hasn't changed shape.
That's the one thing about those tips is that they don't mushroom.
No, I used to have to file my other one off all the time.
All right, so what do we got here? Looks like Amar
has 2.
has 2, and Frank's got 5.
Amar 2, Mr. Robutz 5. You know, Daniel, you've probably been in that position, and I have too, and all of you people out there listening. Frank goes into this match, he's great expectations, he's playing good, he's hitting the ball good, but you're going in, you know you're not the favorite, so you play aggressive, you play good, you don't have
I know
any
the
pressure.
story you're telling.
And then all at once, you see the finish line,
Yeah.
and you can't finish.
Yeah,
The guy's
yeah.
better than you, you know?
Yeah, I know the story you're telling, my friend.
Well, no, we've all been to horse racing, and I had a hard time with handicapping horses. And you have horses that move up in class, and when they do that, they can recognize, and they'll run a certain time, but when they run against a class of horses that's ahead of them, they know it and they feel it, and they can run, they can do what they did in a class race, a claiming race. And that's the same here.
Yeah.
Ramon goes to 7.
You feel the pressure. Once you now, Frank's got a chance. He's got to overcome that.
Now, why did he hit the ball like that?
You know,
He hit.
it's hard for me to question him what he's doing, but he's okay. Maybe that's the only choice he had.
Yeah.
But I've always thought, Daniel, you've seen Fox play,
Yes.
and I keep saying there's one of these days he's going to break that barrier. He's going to win
A major.
and some of those tournaments, and when he does, he won't look back. He has the ability, but until you do it, it's tough.
I feel the same way about Johnny Kang, Phil.
Johnny Kane has a lot of ability.
Mm-hmm. And all the confidence in the world.
That's what you need, isn't it? You got to believe in yourself. You got to visualize and believe in it. He's not short of confidence, Johnny. He'll fire that ball. I'd like to see him use a little more finesse. Foch is getting where he finesses things a lot better, but he's really improved, and he's had health issues. We know that.
Hey, guess who else has come back on the scene is Tang Ho.
Tang Ho's playing good again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he lost about 30 pounds, too.
He looks good. I'm glad to see
He
him
stopped
back.
smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
What a
Did
nice
he
shot.
miss the 9? He couldn't get off.
Yeah, he billiarded right into that 9 ball,
Sure
and
did.
now he has no real major shot on the 7. But I think the safety's
I'm
actually
having a
not
senior
that.
moment.
Oh, why is that?
Mexican player, really good player.
Rafael Martinez?
Rafael, man, he would have never hit that 9 like that. He plays billiards. He comes around there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he's not
He would have
testing.
had
He
just
knows
the
what
right
he's
English
doing.
on it or just the right draw to avoid it.
He's exciting to watch. Wow, this is an important shot, Daniel. This could be the match. You go
It'll
up
be a
that minute.
safety.
Look at here. It's a double shot. The double shot. He banked it. What do you do here? He can cross over this ball and maybe try to make it and get stayed if he can hit it. Can he hit the 7, Daniel? Can he cross over it? See, I cross over this ball and put the cue ball back down on the other end rail and bring the 7 back in the middle of the short rail if he can hit the 7.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure he can. I think he's got to kick this 2 rails.
Looks like he may be able to hit it. I'm thinking you can maybe hit part of it. Now,
Yeah,
play
you
one
might be
pocket.
right, but
No, it looks like he's going for the kick. He must not be able to hit it. Omar put a hook on him.
I like the kick in this case.
Yeah. But it's sure hard
Well,
to get
you know,
safe.
I don't think he can cross, so he's going to have to. Oh, yeah, he's kicking two.
He's kicking 2 rails at it.
Yeah.
That makes it a larger ball, doesn't it? Go 2 rails, people, instead of 1.
There you go.
When you go 2 rails,
And look at this.
when you
Look
go
at
2 rails,
this.
things happen. You hit the ball.
It's a much bigger target.
Yeah.
Paul and Tony Ortega.
I see a lot of amateurs go 1 rail there and miss that ball.
Please come get your rack.
Isn't that amazing? Oscar Dominguez is calling out matches and, overseeing the bracket, and he's
And
playing in this event. Yeah.
That's hard to do.
I couldn't do that anymore, I tell you.
No. Dave Hema tries to do that at hard times. It has to hurt you.
Yeah. Well, Amar, it's decision time.
Well, all they can do is kick and hope, but you want to make sure you hit it. 2 ball in hand's the end of it.
He's got to be careful of what angle he comes across this ball on, because he could scratch the corner pockets a big hole.
Look at
And
this.
that was
He
a
made
very,
it.
very solid kick.
Yeah,
Very
the-
good kick.
The guy in San Antonio calls that 3 in the stew. He got lucky. He went 3 in the stew.
Yeah.
He went 3 rails right in the pocket. There's always a little bit of
You
element.
hit it so bad, you hit it good.
Yeah. Well, you hit the ball. There's a little skill to that.
That's nice for Amar, because he really needs these games,
Oh,
actually.
that
5
was
games
a
to
must
2.
win, yeah. Now, Frank's feeling the heat.
Amar Kang gets his 3rd game in the set. This is a race to 9, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're just joining us, this is the Mezz West State Tour, streaming our 3rd match of the day, and sponsored by West State Billiards, Mezz Cues, Zan Tips, the Turtle Rack, Virtual Pool 4, and Marty Carey's Jump Cue.
Larry Bond said he went over to West State Tour the other day and got some one-piece cues for a friend, and he also picked some up for Frank for his home table.
Okay.
And he said they had some great equipment there.
Over at West State?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They are, West State's one of the largest suppliers of billiard cloth, of Simonis and championship billiard cloth in the United States. And in Nevada, Arizona, and California, they'll ship you any amount of cloth for only $10.
Only $10 free?
Only $10, they'll ship you any amount of, like,
Man, that's amazing.
yeah.
Wow.
California, Nevada,
That is amazing because I ship...
and Arizona.
They're doing something because I ship 45-pound box of folders to people, and it costs about $20 to send a small package just in a local area. Going out of state is even more.
Yeah, well, don't ask me how they're doing it.
Wow. Well, they do a lot of volume. They're getting
And if
good
I'm
shipping
mistaken,
rates.
my phone will be ringing shortly. So,
No, you won't be mistaken. They're getting good UPS rates and shipping rates.
yeah.
You know, that's all quantity driven. There's some good rates out there if you're doing a lot of shipping. Instead of making money on shipping, they're passing it along.
Well, it looks like Amar is starting to get a feel for
Yeah,
for
he's-
things right now, and it's
yeah.
what you said. You could be up in this match. You could be 4 or 5 games ahead, and then just because you're playing a champion, it can all topple on
You
you.
just don't finish, Daniel. It's tough. I've been there.
I've been there. I've been there dozens. There was a time where I kept playing Dave Hema, and I'd be up on him 4 games in a set. Somehow or another, he would come back and beat me. And there was one time when I was shooting so damn good that I thought for sure I had him, and I had him 4-0 or 4-2 in a set. And then he just sat there and ran a 4-pack on me.
It's
That was
amazing.
not my fault,
Well, No, they know they're supposed to win. We're not sure we're supposed to win yet, even though you were playing good. Until you finally get past that point, you have that little doubt, that little seed that just messes you up.
Yeah, you might be right.
Once you get past that, though, Daniel, your game's been improving. I don't mean to knock your action out there, but there's Dave Hamill going to play right now. Speaking of the devil,
Yeah.
they just called him in again.
Yeah.
He's a good young man, Daniel. Good for pool.
Yeah. And good for Amar. He just ran from the break, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He's 5'4". That's tough on this equipment. What's that on Frank's shirt? Did somebody forget to dress him today and he put that shirt on inside out or what?
No, that's a sticker, a Mezz Q's sticker. That
I didn't know what that was.
everybody's wearing Mezz Q's stickers. All the people entered in the event.
He's a walking advertisement. He's a billboard.
Yeah, there you go. Let's check out Frank's break here.
He needs to get something going here, Daniel. It's he's fading in the stretch, so to speak.
Yeah, well, there comes a certain point where you can't just rely on good rolls. You know what I mean?
No.
But I tell you what, he needs a roll now.
He made a break, stopped his cue ball and everything, and he doesn't have a good shot, Daniel. I mean,
Yeah, I
it
don't
can be made, but it's a tough shot. 2 balls sitting right in.
No, I'd be ducking right here. You just thin
I
this
would
one
too,
ball,
but-
come 2 rails around.
Knowing Frank,
Huh?
he started sitting there knowing Frank.
You think he might try to play a billiard on the 2?
No,
I don't
think
think
he
so.
might try to cut the 1 over there.
No, he can't see enough of it.
I would hit the 1 and duck the cue ball over behind the 4 and the 3 and put the 1 up here by the 9 if it was me, but I take the coward's way out. He's an aggressive player. That's why he plays good. That 2 is a little deep to play the cue ball towards it. I mean, it's a small target, wouldn't you say? But these guys do some amazing things. That's why pool's fun to watch. You don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes they don't know what's going to happen. Oh, Mezz makes, I see an ad there. They make snooker cues too.
Oh, Mezz makes carom billiard cues. They make snooker cues. They make American pool cues.
Wow.
And they are actually, they sponsor players all over the world, and they're very proud of it. I think they sponsor almost 100 players.
Wow.
Yeah.
They must sell a lot of cues maybe up in Canada, huh?
Huh?
They probably sell cues, snooker cues in Canada.
Yes,
Maybe
I would
it's a big
imagine
snooker area.
in Canada,
You played
Europe.
You played snooker. You have a snooker background.
Yes, I love
You played,
snooker.
now, my dad was a champion snooker player. And, but he had a great stroke and a great eye, and he sure made a lot of balls with that. I'm not a straight shooter. You go to a 5x10 with smaller pockets in that distance, it makes a tough game out of it.
I do believe that if I didn't move to the United States when I was younger, I probably would have become a snooker player of some
They
sort.
make a lot of money over in Europe. have, don't they? That Davis or whatever his name. That shit. He made.
Oh,
he
Steve
made a year
Davis.
sometime.
Yeah, yeah.
Daniel, you better go back and rethink your life, man.
Oh, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
You're the happiest I've seen you in a long time. You got a new young lady on your side.
Oh,
there, and
thank you. Yeah, that's
you guys are
Geraldine.
making a good team. That's important, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Things have to flow in life if you don't.
Yeah, if you don't enjoy yourself, nobody can enjoy you.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point.
Oh, it
That's a
is.
good point.
And this is exciting. I'm sitting here watching all this. I get to see the screenings of the community tips, free shipping over $75 for pool balls. Man, you can go on your site and see everything. I'm glad I did this. Wow. You got a lot of technology and big investment here.
Well, I'm trying to wrap my head around,
You know,
some of
Daniel,
the things I have to do. It takes my attention away from the match sometimes, but
one thing I am is honest with people, and I don't get paid a thing for saying anything good about Daniel. And sometimes I don't say anything good about him, but I have been around the country, and they stream some of these over in Olathe, which is a top spot. Man, people come from all over back east and the Midwest to play their tournaments there, and they stream them. They have one little camera. They don't have any technology. You can hear the audio. And yet we're still watching it because the pool is great. For you to have all of this, I mean, this is, it's almost like being on ABC or NBC watching this.
well, look at Frank. He's got a chance to win another game.
No, he's got to close it out here, though. He's got himself in a little bit of trouble. He needs this.
He's putting a lot of thought
He
into
needs
it.
this match. If he doesn't win this match right here, he's in trouble, Daniel. It's like that horse when he takes off running, and then those stake horses come up on the claimer, and once they start closing on them, and they start backing up. Lost a lot of money betting on them. They back up on me.
He's gotta relax and just focus on the shot.
But
Visualize
he
this
is
shot.
focusing. He's working.
You gotta
This is a tough
visualize this shot.
Well, I seen him practicing this shot earlier, hitting with reverse. He might come around, not hit it because I watched it.
We're talking about inside follow, right?
Yeah, well, yes, inside.
And come-
and he didn't hit it good. He shot like 4 practice shots and didn't
Jeff
hit it good.
Summers and Ruben Bautista.
You just gotta follow, focus more on the follow than the inside.
Yeah, not pounding the stroke it.
Jeff goes to 7.
Yeah,
Come
that's-
get your rack.
See, come the other way. You know,
Yeah,
Mike
you know
did
what? That still
because
works. It still works.
He should have went forward. It's easier out.
Yeah, it is an easier out.
He practiced earlier, and I noticed him practice that shot, and he didn't hit it. We
Yeah,
talked about it.
yeah. He just jabbed that shot, actually.
And, yeah, he didn't stroke it.
He
You can
jabbed
follow
at
that,
it.
and then you're automatic out. Now he's got another tough shot. But Frank's capable of this. I'd will.
You kind of need to focus more on the top of the ball when you're shooting that shot as well, not the English
I
that you're
would bet
putting on
that
it.
Frank would make this. He's a bulldog.
No fear, Frank. Let's
Yeah.
go. Remember, this is a tough diamond table.
It is. This is a tough shot, people. That's why this is so exciting. And we don't know what's going to happen here.
It's in.
Oh, look at that.
That went in like butter.
To see pool. Both these are great pool players, and I just take it for what it comes. But that was a great shot. You got to give credit where it's due. Omar ran out that last wreck, and we give him credit. This is exciting. He hadn't made this yet, though. You're supposed to make this 10 out of 10 times, but when you're under the pressure, you don't know.
Yeah.
He made me nervous.
He, you know what? He was nervous on that shot.
He took a long time, didn't he? For a simple shot?
He was.
They would do better.
But you know,
if
that
we
was a
did
good out. That was a great out for him.
It was
That was a great out for him.
He stayed focused. He didn't dog it.
And I tell you what, Amar Kang could be in trouble. Frank still got 3 games to go. So, and it looks like Amar Kang is beginning to look comfortable, but at the same time, you can't.
He's got some heat on him. It's embarrassing them too to get beat by an amateur. They don't want that to happen, but maybe he's just getting back into it again too. Be freshly married and everything, and start playing. Wow, he's got a great break going. You know, Daniel, you notice something there. He let his cue ball go forward, and I'm a firm believer. Anytime you let that cue ball go forward, because the one always goes up to the head of the table. Not much good happens out of it when you let that cue ball go forward. You got to be at least in the middle of the table or on the up part of it. That's where the one's at.
Gentle Ben in the chat room asking, how old is Frank? Do you know how old he is? Or is that too personal of a question?
No.
Should we not expose him?
No, we can expose Frank. Frank don't care. I think Frank's about 58. I know he looks 78 to you guys out there with that gray hair. I tease him about it. He's not the gray fox, but Frank's a good guy. Takes a lot of teasing. And he put it on me. I dogged it so much last night. He woke me up this morning when we were staying over to a motel and started singing "Who Let the Dogs Out." I dogged it last night. He was laughing at me. He thought it was funny.
Well, I tell you though, I was watching that Chris Cruz play though. Whew.
He played good. Do you see all those banks he made?
No. Oh yeah, but what is it you said? I shouldn't have to play this good.
Oh, he said that. Yeah, he told Frank he beat me, but he said, you know, I don't like playing, you know, where
I shouldn't have to play this good.
I shouldn't have to play hard to win.
Yeah.
I got news for you. I got his number a while ago. I told him when I come back, I'll be calling you. So
oh, there you go.
I'm not going to give up yet.
Have you given up on Crazy Al?
I got Crazy Al the other day.
Oh, did you finally get
300 ahead of me, but I finally got Al.
Okay.
Of course, when I got him, he didn't have any money on him. Beats
Oh,
me out of $300. Now I play him. Win 100, he pays me 80.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
No.
Oh,
got
no.
me stuck like a goose and underpays me. But he's fun to,
The softest pop.
kind of fun to play with.
Anyway, she can bring me the picture. She's sitting right over there. Tell her that I'm really sorry. I'm trying to put some thought into it. But I'm extremely busy.
What are they saying here? Excuse me, I'm sorry, Dan.
Sorry, Phil.
Somebody said here you can't play that good at 80. Who's 80 and play? Huh? What are they saying there?
I don't know. Maybe Gentle Ben can. Maybe he's just trying to get a rise out of you, Phil.
Yeah, well.
Safety battle now, and I don't think it's going to come up fruitful for Amar Kang. But
This is tough.
this ain't no easy out, though. This is
I don't think Frank can hit it.
Frank can hit it, and he can also possibly make it. But you see where the 4 ball is past that 6.
Five's tough, but he's looking at it like he can't hit it. What's he looking at? Sometimes I'm not sure Frank knows what he's looking at. I say that because I know he likes to love himself. He's going to go watch this when Daniel posts it. He likes to watch himself.
Is that why he hits me up on Facebook a couple of days after the event?
Oh,
Hey,
he wants to assure you
is that
post
going
that,
on
yeah.
YouTube anytime soon?
He wants to assure that you post it. Now there might be a little argument here of was it a good shot or not.
We have the advantage of being able
Can
to
you
see
do the replay on that?
we see a slight delay on the live stream.
Now Frank says made a good hit, and you know, he could call it wrong, but Frank's pretty honest about things like that.
It looked good. It looked good. But did you see him move the 5 with his cue?
Now, is that a foul, or are they playing cue ball fouls?
Cue ball only.
Cue ball only. I whipped the ball last night like you would in golf, and Ernesto was watching it, and he said that's strike 1, but I could feel that my tip touched the ball.
Okay.
You know, he didn't see it, and I called it, and he said, "What?"
Called it on yourself.
I called it on myself, and I believe in karma coming back on you if you don't do the right thing there. I felt it touch it. I get that from playing golf. If you're playing golf, you got to put the pros, they call those fouls on themselves, eh?
Yeah.
If it costs them 100, 200,000, they call it. And we need, I think more pool players are getting that mentality now. They didn't used to have it.
Well, the mentality is almost deeply ingrained, and it comes from like, well, if the ref didn't see it, then it didn't happen. You know, like a ref didn't call it.
Well,
you
the
know?
trouble is we got ugly on the honor system here because we don't have referees watching this like we do in NFL or NBA or something. Omar took Frank's word. He could see the shot, and then you go on. But there's some people that would argue forever about that. But you had it on replay.
It looks good for Amar here. He'll get his 5th game.
Wow, look at here, he's on the rail. Now see, this is where you're on the rail. This thing is tilted here. I know he's straight in, it's an easy shot, folks. You can miscue here and miss this ball. See how that tip is running across the felt here? Because it's higher than where your hand is. But he stroked it.
Oh, he did all right.
Pro, yeah. Wow, this is coming down to the nitty gritty.
So Amar comes within 1 game of.
Yeah, he's made up on 1 game of his spot. He has to give Frank 2 games.
I think you got on at 5.
What's
Oh
Frank?
yeah, me neither. No. This is basically now the score has been adjusted to reflect the handicap, or at least to account for the handicap. So, which basically means that it is technically now an even race to 9. Frank has already been issued his game in the beginning of the set.
That's not the picture that she put the picture up, so that this doesn't work.
Found this online.
And then this is the Garner, and this is her mother. But you don't have to put this one up. I just wanted to show you.
It's too small and dark. I'll for that.
No, I took it to show you.
Oh, I can't even see it.
Garner and her mother.
Oh, how cute.
But if this is too small too, then I can get the picture from over there.
Hold on.
No, Daniel, that's wrong. Frank's got 6 games to 5. It's 6 to 5
In a race to 9.
in a race to 9, counting his 2 games.
Counting his
So it is
counting
6 to 5 Frank right now.
his 2-game spot. Yes. In a race to 9.
In a race to 9. Oh, look at her. There's Diamond Dan. Huh? I didn't know him. Daniel, did you know him?
No, I did not.
Well, I've talked to a lot of people around here, and they said he was a great guy and a great pool room owner. One of the local guys. And this wife of his, isn't she sweet?
She really is. And
She just remembers everybody's name. I said, how could she remember all these people? I come in today and I said, what's my name? And she said, Phil. And Frank said, what's my name? She said, Frank. How could she do that?
Yes, and she's been very helpful to all of us here who have been, working at the venue. Been very accommodating. And I really like this pool hall. I can see why many people are regulars here.
What kind of shot was that? I mean, he made the shot all right. How did he get a shot over the 7? You know what Chris told me? They've got a monthly thing here. If anybody in Fresno wants to play pool, they've got a monthly $35. Oh, you can play.
Oh, yeah?
Until the afternoon.
Oh, like a monthly membership thing?
How can you beat that?
Wow.
Let's move to Fresno.
Like Hard Times is like $75 a month, isn't it? And you don't get to play all day.
No. I say almost moved to Fresno. It's kind of hard to get away from Southern California.
Geraldine?
What's he going to do here, Daniel?
Well, he's hooked.
Is he
Or,
hooked?
well, I don't know.
How can he even play safe?
He can play safe.
Why would you even
if he
make a
can
shot
catch-
like that and not play safe? That's what
If he can
gets
catch
me.
the rail first, he can hit the 6 thin. He'll send the cue ball past the 9 and use the 9 to hook the.
A lot of you people out there and amateurs and even pros forget this. He had a tough shot on the 4. He's not able to get shot. Stop the ball in the middle. 3 rail to 6. Stop your ball there and let the 7 and 8 hook your opponent. You don't always have to play shape on a ball. Play shape to play safe. But if he pulls this off,
Maybe it goes.
he's capable of having that kind of a stroke.
But the problem is where is the 7?
Well, he's going to tough to
Yeah,
get
I
on
mean-
the 7. Wow, how good did he
Whoa.
hit that ball, Daniel? How good did he hit it?
Whoa, a
Pull off shots
fortunate flick off the 9 ball, but wow, what a roll that was. And what a stroke that was.
I told you he had a stroke. The guy, he had a flashback.
Now watch, this is where we get to say, same shooter.
That's true. This is a
Because
tough
you know
shot.
what? This is a side pocket
Well, even-
of a diamond table.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough.
He's taking his time with it, though. I got to respect him for that. He's really taking his
Yeah.
time.
He's going through all of his options.
Is that an argument going on behind here? No, maybe they're just talking loud. There you
Wow,
go.
what a
There you
shot.
go, Frank.
And if he'd have missed that, I was going to say, he was doing all of that thinking, and I could hear the wires just burning, man. You could.
Frank.
Yeah, here he is. Now, see, this is natural. Just get up and do it. But when you're playing against a champion, anything could happen. Now, see this shot, Daniel?
Yeah.
I'm playing Bugs Rucker in the tournament, Richie Florence's last tournament he had when he had his stroke. And Grady ran the tournament in about a $1,000 entry. I've got this shot right here playing one pocket to beat Bugs. I didn't know what I had played for money, but I didn't. Money you lose and you could put up another 1,000.
Yeah, you can just flip a
But
coin.
this puts me out of the tournament, but it also makes me $1,000 as I advance. I tried to cinch it, slow roll it, never got it to the hole.
Oh my
Never got
gosh.
it to play Bugs Rucker.
You give him ball in hand.
Oh my God. damn. So that's what pressure is, man. My
Yeah.
heart started beating. I had no idea. Yeah, I bet $1,000.
Well, I was just going to ask you that, actually.
It's a different pressure you play in these tournaments.
I was going to ask you that because when I was younger, now this doesn't happen to me much anymore, slight variations of it, but I used to get to where I was just about to make a money ball or the ball just before the money ball. I'd get white noise in my head. Like all of a sudden I couldn't hear my own thoughts.
Yeah.
I just got white noise and I'd forgotten how to shoot a ball. I'd forgotten how to play.
That's pressure. For all of you out there who's never had that pressure, that's what it is, and that's what happens. The champions love that pressure. They play better with it. That's why they're the champions.
It's true.
We have to learn and adapt to it. But I'm playing one of the greats of all time. I have no chance to beat the guy, but there I am. All I've got to do is lag it to the pocket.
Well, Amar's creating some pressure for himself here because he is
I've seen
down.
the champions do it. Be down on the ball and miss cue with a game ball for a $20,000 tournament.
Okay, there's some kind of. It's either you know what that sounds like to me, Phil, right? It's either an argument or it's just barking.
I think it's just some barking. The Chihuahua is barking at a pit bull. That's I don't think that's going very far. He's getting noisy, but he's got a smile on his face while he's doing it.
You know, a question. Do you think that 4.9 is wired? It looks kind of wired to me. It looks wired. It looks wired. That 4.9 looks wired.
Yeah, if it's not, he can throw it.
Yeah. We're about to find out.
Yeah, if he played shaped like that, he can make it.
It's definitely wired. I'm sitting right here.
He better hit it on the outside, though, not the inside. There he did.
She goes.
What's the score now?
I think that's all help. No?
I think it's
7-6 race to 9.
just confirmed it, Daniel. 7-6. It's a big game.
Oh, you mean I'm counting right?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Good thing we don't have to go
new.
past 10, Daniel. You'd be in trouble. These
That's
matches
new
stop
and
at
exciting.
9.
Yeah, exactly.
If they ever go to 11, you're in trouble.
Boy, too bad. Good thing I'm not doing that race to 100 with Jason Shaw and Shane Van
my
Boning
gosh.
right now. I'd have lost count a long time ago.
Well, don't you? You know, I watch some of those matches on TV, and nobody keeps count. Nobody knows what's going on. It's really frustrating. Now, you didn't used to do that, but you have it here now for everybody to see it on the screen.
Yeah, I keep the score up, and I found that the long-term vision is to have these people watching at the pool hall or watching at the bar. And when you're at the bar and when you're at the pool hall, you're not always watching. So you want to look up and check what the score is,
We all do that with all of the sports.
Yeah.
Get distracted. Don't know what's the score. You can look back, yeah. Wow, Frank made a round break, but it's a good pattern for an easy out. He has no shot. See, let his cue ball go forward. That's the same thing Amar did.
Yes, sir.
You cannot let that cue ball go forward. Nothing good comes out of it.
Can you tell her I found that picture online and that I'm just and she's welcome too to come on the stream and say hello.
Daniel. Can you hit that ball?
Yeah, he's going for it. He's going for the make. He's going for the make and to run this out.
Wow. Did he get hooked? He did get rewarded.
This is the great daredevil Frank Robutz we're talking about.
He didn't get rewarded, though. I don't think he can make the three. But he can play safe. He can make the three down here and run the cue ball behind the 6 and 8.
Yeah, it does look like
I don't
he's half hooked.
Yeah.
He's got half the ball.
He didn't get rewarded. He made a great shot. And he can bank that three right straight back down here and put the cue ball behind the 6 and 8. That's the way I see it. see what he did there, Daniel? He had a natural angle, and he put English on that ball.
I'm gonna say hi to my mom.
So we're going to have a quick visit, by the way, from Desiree Rivera. And she's got a couple shout-outs.
Hi, Mom. That's my only shout out.
How you doing?
Good, busy.
You have 82 players.
83.
83 players.
83 players,
Yeah,
yes. So it's busy, but it's good. It's a good thing.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for watching and supporting. I hope you guys enjoy the show. Daniel does a great job, so enjoy. I gotta
Thanks.
get back to running the chart.
Tell Oscar to come sweat a match with us at some
Yeah,
point. Maybe we'll put him on with Steve Chaplin or
Yeah, that's
somebody else.
the next
you know.
match is Oscar and Steve Chaplin. So
Oh, playing on the live stream?
yeah. as soon as
Oh,
it comes
this is going to be good. Yeah. I was talking about having him come and commentate, but that's great.
up. Yeah, he'll be on the stream next.
All right. Very
All right.
cool. Thanks, Desiree.
Yeah. Thank you.
Desiree Rivera, co-owner of the Mezz West Day Tour with Oscar Dominguez. And
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
they're doing a wonderful job. We don't even have to talk about how great this whole thing is for the West Coast of
It's been great
the
to
United
pull,
States.
Daniel. We needed a shot in the arm
and
like that.
and I encourage other organizations out there to start your own tours. Get a big tour going. A nationwide tour would be wonderful. Wouldn't that
Wouldn't
just
it be
be
great
something?
to have a nationwide, have
Oh
and end
my
up with
gosh!
sectionals
I
and
mean,
having a final?
let's talk about this tour just very quickly. Did you know that it's $25 to register for this tour, and that all of the registrations are put towards the Top Gun event? In other
I didn't
words,
know that. No.
in other words, if we have only 350 members of the Mezz West Day Tour in 1 year, that means we'll almost have a $10,000 added Top Gun event. All of your registration money is going right back to the pot for the
They're
top
not taking
16.
any of that.
They're not
putting it
taking
all
any
in.
of it. Yeah.
Well, that's unheard of.
Plus 2,000 added just because it's another 2,000 added event.
Wow.
You know.
Man, I've looked at all the tournaments over the years, and everybody shoot their self in the foot by being too greedy about pool and taking all that and put it in their pocket, and they're putting it all back in. And that says something right there, Dan.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, make
I didn't know
make
that.
you guys
I
aware
was-
of that.
Yeah, I had no idea
And
about that.
let's not,
Bob Joss.
I actually-
Carey and Starkey on table 11, please.
They're all good young people
maybe-
doing that too, aren't they, Daniel? I
Oh,
did
yeah,
meet a couple
yeah.
of them the other day. I can't remember their names, but I was talking to them about it. They're all young people.
Mhm.
Oscar's involved in it. His dad's not involved in it, though, is he? Other than he goes and plays.
well, his dad's been working real hard to make sure each venue is a playable venue.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dominguez
face
family are the most sought after table mechanics in the West Coast. So
Ernesto is a true gentleman.
he's a craftsman. He's a
Never
gentleman.
one time, and I've watched him play over 30-something years. Have I ever seen him do anything out of line?
No, I've never even seen him rake the balls.
No.
And that's actually a minor offense in when it
bring out the worst. This game can bring out the worst in anybody, but he's always been a gentleman.
He sure has. So we're lucky to have this coming to the West Coast.
Oh. Well, I drove all the way up here to see it. I don't think he got the angle there, Daniel, to get down there. See his face?
No, he's gonna have
a
to.
little bit flush. I'm worried for the guy.
Well, he needed to get a line on the shot, so really he's got to follow this. He's got to force follow
He's
this.
got a great stroke.
Yeah, but remember now, Phil, these
This
pockets.
is the gold.
These pockets.
No, this is the diamond. This is what it's all about right here.
You got a better chance of cheating the IRS. Remember?
Yeah, this is it. See? He got lucky.
Oh, he
got
decided to play the safety.
See what that pressure does to you? That's what pressure does, people. That's what pressure does. You don't know till you're under the gun like that. Wow. See, I would do that too. Everybody at home, how could he miss that shot? Well, folks, until you've been under the gun like that, you just don't know. But most of you out there watching are good pool players, and you recognize that. You've been in your tournaments and everything and been under that pressure. And it happens in all sports.
If you'll excuse me just a second.
Sure, Daniel. Wow. Oh, look at that. 2 rolls in a row. Now he got a roll. Wow. He's almost inside the pocket. Wall to wall. What do you do here? Wow. It's almost impossible. May just have to sandwich this ball. Clint Eastwood had a good saving, saying you got to know your limitations. But knowing Frank, he's going to go for it. He's jacking up. Looks like he's going to go for it. I don't know how. No, he did it. Oh. He tried to cinch it. That's about all he had. Wow, Omar gets over it. The back. This is pressure. This is it. And he hit it good. Is he going to scratch, though? Is he going to go to the soup? Wow. I don't know how it looks out there on you watching it on the computer, but here it's awesome. Well, looks like it's going to be tied up. It's tied up, 7-7. This might end up being a hill-hill match.
No, you're still in it. Come on, I haven't played yet.
Another, you do realize there's only me and Jenny Lee who represents SoCal.
Jenny Lee is
Koreans
in
in
here.
the SoCal. There's no one else but me and Jenny Lee representing SoCal. Or California for that matter. There ain't a single Korean player in here.
Well, it's 7-7. We're raced to 9.
You're just not playing today.
Omar's going to break. He's going to take a little break.
No. I mean, it looks like there's a guy named Patrick Kim. You know Patrick Kim? He kind of plays around that Northridge area, plush pockets.
The owner?
No, he's not the owner.
Who's the owner of Plush Pocket?
Not sure.
He's Korean.
Huh?
He's Korean.
Oh, is he? But does he play? Probably not. A lot of Koreans that own something, it's just, do they play pool?
Just laundromats.
Right. Or something. It's
I'm gonna put up a post on Daniel's page.
there you go. Where's all the Korean pool players?
You know, we met.
Come on, represent.
We met at
Frank is a big dog. Somebody out there was
Well, they're definitely there.
saying that Frank's a big dog from here. That's true. For a lot of reasons. That Omar is the best player. He's the pro. Frank's the amateur. Omar's breaking now. If it goes hill-hill, Omar will be breaking on the hill-hill match. That's a big, big advantage. But I tell you what, Frank's got a lot of heart. I'm not giving up on him yet.
Wait, like you would like that? Give me only people that Peel and Pool would like to sponsor, or that people would like to sponsor Peel?
Rock and roll.
All right, I'm excited. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right, Daniel. We were just talking about.
Who won that game, by the way?
It's 7-7, and Rock and Roll was out there saying Frank's a huge dog. That's true because Omar's breaking down at 7-7. That means that if it goes hill-hill, he'd be breaking along hill. It's a big edge.
Yeah, and
made a great break here.
And look at this break. This is a road map right here.
Ray Charles, yeah, right here.
A Ray Charles.
It's a Ray Charles, a blind man maybe or not. This is all Braille. Just stop, stop, stop. But I'm not giving up on Frank. He's got a lot of heart. Omar made 3 balls on the break, Daniel. They're all sitting 1, 2, 3. It's like a blueprint. Not a tough shot there. Got perfect there. Just got to get a little angle to get on the 8. The 8-7 with Frank breaking. What a time to have your best break of the day. 3 balls on the break.
But look at, he's representing USA, not Korea.
He got the perfect angle. That wasn't perfect. He'd like to be short and draw the ball back over, but he can run it over.
That big guy who's really nice.
Kim Rul Kim. Jung-Rul Kim.
He's the 3 cushion player? No, he's the
J-U-N-G.
He's stretched out.
R-Y. It's the same word.
Oh, he's flirting with the side hole.
J-U-N-G. Jungri?
It's not a gimme. Well, there it is. 8-7.
Wow. Amar gets on the hill first.
What a time to make 3 balls on the break and get that pattern.
I got to tell you, though, too, it's kind of poetic what you had said earlier on in this match. When you could be up for the whole match and then just not be able to close it out.
Yeah. It's
I mean, it hasn't been a landslide the whole way, but Frank's been ahead the whole time.
well, you're doing okay till you finally realize that you have a chance to win, and that's tough. And then you put pressure on yourself.
Lord have mercy. Be right back. And don't forget, we got Oscar Dominguez coming up right after this match.
And Tang?
And I'm sorry, who's he playing again?
Tang Hall's playing here, I think.
Tang Ho and Steve Chaplin from Virtual Pool 4. That's right.
Big Steve, he can play.
Yeah.
See, both of these guys, other than that last Omar, let his cue ball, he drew it back and had it shape. He's letting his cue ball go forward. Oh, Virtual Pool Steve's going to play.
That's right.
You know, I heard they have tournaments and everything. He was telling me about it. Frank was telling me about it. You can get on there and play tournaments.
Yeah, on the online version of the game. Yeah. Yep, that's true.
And they're setting me up where I can play. I get bored at home and get tired of playing hearts on the computer. I'll just play some virtual pool.
Well, this is a compromise. And what do you do here? I mean, you obviously got to play some kind of a safety.
Well, the
He's
7
gonna.
and 8's tough. I draw this. I hit this the 1, Daniel, and draw the cue ball into the 6 and stop it.
He tried to go the other way and play a cue ball safe behind the 7. It's going to be beautiful.
That's professional, isn't it?
That's beautiful.
You don't have to be a professional to do professional shots every once in a while. Man, Don, I hope you and Carol out there enjoying this. I hope you got it, or probably by now, though, you're going to... what a kick shot. Made that probably going out to one of the dances or listening to some country music somewhere, but if you're watching this, it's a great match. Domino Don's a dominologist. He's one of the top players in out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Plays pretty good pool too. He's got some land there in Oklahoma. It won't hardly grow anything. The water's no good in it. All that oil has got it messed up. I tell him, what good is this land? It's got nothing but oil on it. That'd be a good problem, wouldn't it? Black gold. Don's got so lazy lately. He's got a mother that's 80-something years old. And he don't run the pump all the time, but he has a bad day at the casino or Domino's or something. He calls his mom and makes her go about a mile from the house there to turn the switch on. You think with all his money, he could hire somebody to go down and turn the switch on and not have his 80-year-old mother go over there and climb over a fence to turn the oil pump on. He doesn't do all that. He loves his mother. She's a great lady, great cook.
Still at it, huh? Safety battle.
Safety. This is a tough. Looks like he's going to have to kick this a little bit of high left and kill the ball there, Daniel. You can't hit it low and let it follow the 6.
He's going to have to spin kick this.
He's putting low on it. Maybe he has to do that to kick it, but that's going to make it follow the ball. It won't kill there.
Ooh. Oh, look at what just happened.
He hooked himself again.
Well, the way he's kicking, who knows? It might.
All jelly and no roll there, Daniel.
Yeah, that's true. All jelly, no roll.
Wow. We all like to make excuses. I guarantee you that's what happens to me. Can he hit the 5? Can he hit any part of the 5?
Table 13, we got Edwin and Charles Mendiola. Edwin and Charles Mendiola.
Oh, he's not giving up. He's grinding, no, Daniel. He's a grinder.
19 with Heather.
That's disheartening to make a shot like that, though, and stop the cue ball and not have a shot.
Table 7, we have Steve Mansfield and Aguiar.
Can he nip it and just put the cue ball back over around where the 8 is?
Yeah, that looks like a.
Is he totally hooked? Can you see? He's got a masse it.
He's going to masse this.
This is not good. Nothing ever good come out of this.
Really?
Oh, it's.
Oh, he got something. But
yeah,
look.
but you're selling out. But he's
Yeah,
over
he's
a
sold
ball
out.
and under a strain. But if he makes this, it's over.
All right, somebody give us an update on that Shane match. 81-78 Shane is what I've been hearing. Shane is ahead 3 games in a race to 100.
Wow, I didn't know that was going on either.
Yeah. Streaming from New York.
Wow.
Castle Billiards. Actually, is that New York? That's think Virginia. Yeah. No. We already found it. Yeah, we put the spot in. Yeah. No. Frank still needs 2 games. We adjusted it as an even race to 9. Frank gets 2 games on the wire.
It's 8-7 right now, Hill, and looks like he's straight in, Daniel. He's going to have to go for the long shot.
He is. Now, do you ever look at these and say, hey, maybe I could play this rail first and then, get shape? Or is that too far off the rail to really want to play that shot?
I've done that, and every time I've done it, it's been wrong. I think with his abilities, but you and I are different. It's a tough shot from us from the end rail. For him, he can make this ball. He's favored to make this ball.
Yeah, you're right.
But I don't like distance. Distance is your enemy, especially on a diamond. Now the 8 ball's far enough out. If he misses it, I don't think he can kiss off with the 8.
See, he knew this is what the position he's going to be in. And look how uncomfortable he is.
Yeah.
He already knew it. But,
Amar's pretty confident.
Amar's a very, very strong player.
I
He's
think
good
he'll
at
make
these
it,
shots.
Daniel. I think he'll make it.
You hit it good. It's in.
I figured
that's going to be over.
To make it. That's a pro. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Frank played a good match. Didn't get any rolls at the last.
Well, Frank bobbed instead of weaving.
He did, yeah. Yeah, he was.
Why don't I see people wearing like GoPros?
It just didn't go his way the last part of the match. But he made a good showing.
That'll do it. And that is going to wrap this match up between Amar Kang, who comes back from a 5-2 deficit. It ain't fun that way, he just said.
Yeah, you sound like Chris. You want to win and not have any tough time doing it.
That's right. And coming right up, we have Steve Chaplin, who's going to play Oscar Dominguez right on this table. That's right, Virtual Pool Steve.
Mr. Virtual Pool.
Is going to play Oscar Dominguez of the Mezz West State Tour. So don't go anywhere, folks. This should be a pretty good match. And I want to thank Phil Knight for sitting in.
I'll get out of your way, Daniel.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Make a little prediction here. The over and under for this game is going to be, the time is going to be, they're both pretty precise players, slow players. It's going to be a mental game here.
Oh man!
Make sure you announce that.
Thanks. So, hey, Amar, you want to give a shout out to anybody? Say hi to anyone?
Say hi to my wife, my mom, my family, everybody that supports me.
Yeah,
and my buddy.
You were recently married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good thing.
I was telling people on the live stream about you being a newlywed and all this, but hey, man, I appreciate the donation, man. Thank you very much, Amar. Amar Kang, who hopefully he'll do a little bit better than he did in the Cole Dixon this year. I love to mess around with it. Hey, Phil,
right,
thanks a lot, buddy.
again.
Appreciate it. All right. We're going to be right back with another match between Oscar Dominguez and Steve Chaplin.